What's up, everybody? Let's see what's happening in the world of flights today. What's up in the FlightRadar24. I want to check out we'll check out the airport disruptions, and then we'll check out the top most track flights, and we'll see if there's anything usual, unusual, or abnormal, normal. Just a typical day. We'll just see what's going on around the world. And of course, we always have this like V-shaped out of Florida. So all right, let's look at airport disruptions. Number one, Dubai. So these are ongoing. It looks like there's airport disruptions around in the Middle East. Canceled flights, arrivals canceled, departures canceled. Almost all of them are canceled, except for one at Toronto. And then, is there anybody on the ground? Looks like there's some planes that landed, so it's not completely. Not everything is canceled, but it looks like a lot of the things, a lot of the departures and arrivals are canceled. I don't know if I'd say the majority, but I'd say definitely. Well, I definitely would say the majority are canceled. That's out of Dubai. Let's look at Daman city in Saudi Arabia on the whichever body of water that is there. There's a lot of cancellations there as well. Look at the arrival board. We've got. It looks like there's some cancellations, but there's more scheduled flights than cancellations out of Daman. And then look at departures. Let's see, there are more scheduled arrivals than canceled arrivals. For departures, there's I would say about maybe a third of them are. Yeah, looking at kind of a good portion, a good number of them are canceled departures from Daman. But there's also some scheduled flights out of Daman. So not all of them are canceled. Bahrain, close to Qatar. This airport disruption index of 5.0. Virtually everything canceled. A few flights are. Looks like there's a flight that's scheduled to Mumbai, and yeah, or that's from Mumbai, so that's an arrival. Departure, there's majority are canceled out of Bahrain. Doha's in Qatar. Disruption index 4.6. Disruption for delay for arrivals, for departures, and disruption index is 4.4. So good departures. Majority are canceled. Arrivals. The majority in Qatar. Well, there's some scheduled. And this is also in the middle of the night there. This is like, apparently they take off and land whenever, 24 hours a day. All right, so I looked at that. Let's look at some most tracked flights. A lot of these are in. I looked at this earlier, and a lot of these are military flights. Not all of them, but this is the most tracked flight, and it's tracked by 86,887 people. And it's a flight from Frankfurt to Dubai. And scheduled 2:30 p.m. Scheduled to arrive 11:45 p.m. Actual left a little bit late, 3:54 p.m. And the estimated arrival is 1:26 a.m. So looking at Airbus A380-861. Country of registration is United Arab Emirates. Age of aircraft is 13 years. It's a passenger aircraft. And it looks like it might be landing because it's at 4,250 feet. And it has a negative vertical speed, so it's dropping in altitude. So it's most likely landing. 237 knots, most likely landing. Got a 3D view of the plane. Yeah, it's a passenger plane. So if you get a view of the airport there, it looks like a view of there's a view of there's a golf course there. It's probably got a little ways to go yet. So that's the top. That's the number one track flight. Number two is flight from Dubai to Budapest, and actual left at 1:12 a.m. and his estimated arrival is 5:38 a.m. in Budapest, Hungary. And let's check the route. We got. So it's a black dotted line here, and so it starts. It's at 1:12 a.m. I'm guessing, yeah. So it's very early in the flight. It just took off 10 minutes ago, and it's a 7 hours, a little over 7 hour flight to Budapest, Hungary. Tracked by 38,602 people. Currently it's 17,550 feet. Vertical speed is going up in altitude 1,000 feet per minute, over 1,000 feet for 1,500 feet per minute, 385 knots. And what else we got? Just take a quick peek at the aircraft. Fly Dubai. So that's number two. And then we got Fly Dubai. This was not bad. I'll give it a Jeddah. Let's look at, so this plane here is another one, United Arab Emirates. Country of registration. And passenger aircraft, 3,325 feet, negative 1728 vertical speed, 278 knots, so it's very likely landing. From Jeddah to United Arab. It's an Airbus A320-214, and age of the aircraft 10 years. Jeddah. Appears to be on the west side of Saudi Arabia, and flight. Anyway, so this flight is not tracked anymore. Maybe it landed. Probably landed. All right. But not available on an A1. So this is a strato tanker. This is a U.S. Air Force Boeing KC-1-135R strato tanker. It's a refueling plane, apparently, from a military government aircraft. And so it's really hard to track a lot of these government flights. 26,000 feet, this is showing, 432 knots. Age of the aircraft, 65 years. Country of registration, United States. A lot of times you don't get routes on the government or the these aircrafts for whatever reason. Check out a 3D view, see what the plane looks like. See if it gives us a 3D view. There's just something. That's not knowing like that. That's not what that looks like there. And it doesn't really look. So he's got 4 jet engines there. He's got 2 jets there. Somewhat similar. Alright. And then what else we got? Let's look at one more plane. This is a Boeing 737 MAX 8, and it's started in Mombasa, maybe India. I'm guessing Mombasa, Kenya, and that thing, it's going to Dubai. A lot of planes are being tracked to Dubai and in and out of Dubai today, it seems like. So this is a Boeing 737 MAX 8, tracked by 26,126 people. Country of registration is United Arab Emirates. Age of plane is 3 years. Passenger aircraft, 14,000 feet. It's vertical speed is declining, nearly 3,000 feet per minute. So it's likely landing soon. 398 knots. And 3D view. Fly Dubai. So I guess turning a little bit to the right, and maybe can't see the airport where it's landing, but it's getting close to the landing. Alright, so we looked at several flights. We looked at some disruptions. Doha, Abu Dhabi. Looks like there's some disruptions in Las Vegas. Tel Aviv, Israel. I believe that one, like that one's disruption index 5. Arrival board, mostly canceled. Some flights are scheduled. Again, it's like the middle of the night here, so it's kind of like, but a lot of the flights in Tel Aviv are also canceled. Not all of them, but most of the arrivals are canceled. Departures. I would say some of them are canceled and some of them are continuing as scheduled. Just for fun, let's see what's happening in Las Vegas. There's 34-minute average delay for the arrivals, 35-minute delay for the departures. There might be a security incident. There might be. It doesn't look like there's whole lot of precipitation over there in Colorado, northern Colorado. Doesn't look like much precipitation in Las Vegas airport. Check out the arrivals. Looks like a lot of delays, but not a lot of cancellations. For arrivals, for departures, similar, a lot of delays for whatever reason out of Las Vegas today. Looks like there's some helicopters flying around Las Vegas. Mercy Air. It must be some type of medical helicopter. A lot of times these are not, like, these just part of the hospital systems. Alright, so what else we got? 21 degrees clear. So maybe, possibly a security incident. It's hard to know. Sometimes they don't. I wonder if there's any way of knowing exactly. It doesn't seem to be a weather problem. It doesn't seem to be. And it could be a security concern, maybe. Hard to know. Yeah, so we're looking at late afternoon, United States. Looks like there's quite a bit of weather in northern Colorado, most of northern Colorado, south, eastern Wyoming. Appears to be a storm system, much of northern Missouri, and going all the way into New York, Vermont, even up into Maine. See what else we got over here. Anything unusual? There's quite a bit of traffic in and around Anchorage, and yeah, nothing too abnormal today. I mean, you got obviously flights fly around Ukraine still, in this part of the world due to war, and now this part of the world there's disruptions due to war, and also Yemen, and yeah, do a trip around the world, and I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna be it today. Australia, morning time in Australia, later morning in New Zealand, and nighttime in this part of the world. All right, I think that's what I'm gonna do today. I think we're just gonna let's stop there. Hope you have a wonderful day.